Hi everybody, this is Lisa from Happytohook. Good morning. It's bright and early again today. Let me adjust my camera here. Still not sleeping all that well early in the morning because it's just really hard to get comfortable. So yeah, I'm kind of shifting right now because my leg is up on the chair, but I'll have to move it a little bit. Anyway, I'm going to try to keep this one short because my granddaughter is in the guest room with me. She spent the night, and she can always tell when I get up. So, sorry, gotta adjust. Anyway, aside from all that, moving my leg around and making sure it's where it needs to be, everything after the surgery is just going great. So, I'm now, instead of using my cane every day, I'm only using it as needed. I'm doing a lot of my exercises like lunges and going up and down my first set of stairs so that my knee can get used to carrying the weight and getting stronger. I was released from home therapy yesterday, so now I start going to the facility on Monday. I'm only going to go that Monday will be the only day I go because my daughter gets married on Friday. So, yeah, so there's that. Boy, that really just crept right up. As far as I know, everything is ready. We've checked everything off. I did, because of the diet that I am on, however, had to send my first original dress back that I had ordered about 2 weeks before my surgery because I had just started my low-carb diet, I think around the 12th or 13th of July. Surgery was on the 18th. But it came after I got home from the hospital, maybe a week after, and I tried it on and it was too big because I'm down 17 pounds officially. Woo! That was my weigh-in yesterday when my therapist came to release me. So 17 pounds since I believe it was July 13th. It was the day I started. And blood sugars are in check, so everything's good there. I did get a new dress. It's much better than the first one. You know, maybe that's just what it took to find the right one. Excuse me. I had settled for that one because, you know, unfortunately when you're a plus size woman, you know, not everything's going to fit you the way it should fit you. And now I'm down a size, so yay me. Whew. Just going to keep that going. I'm actually going to get to go for a walk today. They said to just take it easy. It has only been 3 weeks since surgery, so I'm doing that. Well, 3.5 now, because today is Saturday, August 12th, 2017. So I would also like to wish our granddaughter Sierra a happy golden birthday. She is 12 today. Hi, sweetheart. You know Nana loves you. I'll be calling you later. Man, yeah, what else? I've just been keeping busy, you guys, from the last podcast. This is episode 12 now. It's really getting up there. I'm excited about that, but not as excited as I am to turn on my YouTube channel and see my new subscribers. Wow, guys. Thank you so much. It's really nice to see those numbers higher every single time I get on there. Welcome to my channel, and thank you for taking me into your lives for, you know, an hour or so. This one won't be that long, I promise, because she's going to hear me talking and she's going to want to get up, I'm telling you. Excuse me. I've only got one whip that I'm almost finished with right now because the customer's actually coming to my house today to pick it up. And, well, actually two, because I think I want to put trim on this one. I'll show you guys that. So we're just going to jump right in. Okay, we're going to jump right in after I thank everyone who commented about my blood sugar, helping me with some recipes, sharing their stories about diabetes. I really, really appreciated all of those comments. Thank you guys so much. And, you know, keep in touch with me because it takes more than one person going through the same thing that a lot of other people are going through. I mean, each person is different, yes, but it's just nice to know that there's other people out there who might have a suggestion that I haven't tried yet. And that was the case. So, you know, the black coffee, some of the low-carb meals, some of, some other drinks. I tried the cucumber. Man, the cucumber and lemon water, that was actually really good. So I am taking all of your suggestions under consideration, or am trying them. So thank you so much for that. Thanks to all my fellow podcasters who have been contacting me and, seeing how I'm doing, wishing me well. To name a few, there's Megan at ToeCreations. There is Terry at Yarnjoy Podcast. Let me see. Randis Ramblings. Ooh, there's so many. You guys are just incredible. Dani, thank you. Not only are you guys, great at your craft, but you're great at being, part of a podcast community and showing and sharing the love. So thank you for that. I've got a new one. I believe Kim, please, I hope I got that right. I think it's Kim at Blue Cherub. You guys really need to check her out because she does some really great, I'm probably going to say this wrong, amigurumi. You're making me want to try it, I'm telling you, because there's so many adorable things that you can make, and yours are just adorable. So you guys need to check those people out. Emma Potter from Potterandbloom is back, and I will be starting my very first cowl with her. She is starting that, I believe, September 1st through October 30th. I've already ordered my yarn, so I'm really, really excited. I've been wanting to do one for a long time. There have been several out there, but, just didn't have the time, or I didn't make the time. And I really want to do one. And her stole, it's Laula. It is absolutely beautiful. And right now she's giving you 50% off on the pattern. So definitely check out Potterandbloom because it's definitely worth a view. It's gorgeous. Let's see. I'm sure I'm forgetting someone. And if I have, forgive me. Like I said, it's like, what time is it? It is 2:42 a.m. So, sorry about that, guys. She woke up. I had to go put her back to sleep. Anyway, so I was thanking everyone. And yeah, so let's just get into it. Like I said, I've got just a few whips, nothing major, but I have done several hats since the last podcast. So let me show you what I've been working on. The sweater cocoons that I spoke about, I believe in the last episode. I now have 13 orders. I've had 13 orders total. This is the third one that I have now finished, and it's also the heaviest one. So I provided a link to it, the last thing, but it's called the sweater cocoon, and this is made out of Bernat Softy Chunky yarn, and this colorway variegated here is called Shadow. And then if you notice, it's got like the purples in there, and so this took 4 skeins for the middle, and then I had 2 skeins in my stash, so I had all 6. And this is the mauve. It's light mauve. Looks purple to me, but I always thought mauve was like a pink. But anyway, this is the armhole, as you can see, and it's stitched down. So all I have left is just to go around it with a single stitch. But it's put together, and it's pretty. I mean, this is how it looks right there. And then you go around there, and then you put it, when you put it on, this is the middle section, and you put your arms in there and in there. So yeah, when you're using chunky yarn, they really work up fast. Like I did this, I started it one evening, and then by the next evening I was done. So, and this is 43 rows, I believe, for a large. So when you're using chunky, because it takes 62 if you're using, I'm using the Mandala 3-ply for my next one, and it'll take, I think, 62 of them. But yeah, so that's it. It turned out really, I mean, I think the colors are just beautiful. So she picked out teals, purples, and grays, and that's what I found in my stash. She liked it, so happy customer. So all I have left for that to do is just the edging. Now, I know you guys, if you've caught up on all my videos, you know that I showed a hat, a rainbow hat. It kind of looked like a pixie hat, stocking cap, they called them, or I call them elf hats because they start off like a regular beanie and they just kind of extend smaller and in rainbow colors for a friend of mine. Well, someone saw that hat and asked me if I could make them a blanket. So this is not complete because I'm adding the edging right now. But what she wanted was, oops, I've got yarn everywhere. She wanted a rainbow blanket, and this is what I came up with. I know I probably have to only fold it in half. Oh my goodness, let's see here. Sorry guys, there. All right, so what I did was just, you know, the colors of the rainbow, that's exactly one half, and then the other half the same. So I got 2 rows of each one, or 2 repeat rows of each color, and each color is 4 rows. And this is a stitch that I've been using for probably 20 years, a very, very long time. And I've got my hook right here. I'm using an M size hook because I wanted it to be a nice light. I didn't want it to be real tight stitching because it is August. So you put it together, it's kind of like, I don't know, not meshy, but lacy looking, I guess. And this is for another rainbow baby. And so I thought, she didn't say anything about edging. She said she just left it up to me. So I figured since we've got all these beautiful colors of the rainbow, why not put some scallop edging on the end to kind of look like clouds? So that's what I'm doing. And I really think that that is perfectly fine. I think it looks good. You guys tell me what you think. I had to take them out because I was putting the edging, I was allowing the single one right there, a single stitch. So I did 6 double crochet in the same stitch, and then 1, and then right in the next one I was doing another scallop, and they were just too close together and it was starting to ruffle, and I didn't want that. I want it to be just a nice flat look. And I think with the rainbows, that possibly looks like surrounded by clouds, which is what I wanted. So I hope that's what they get out of that when they see it, because they're coming later today to pick it up. So I still have the other sides to do, but yeah, I really like the way it turned out. So rainbow. And this, excuse me, this stitch, I think I saw it in a leaflet or something, because every time I post something, they're like, what stitch are you using? But let me get really close in there. It just looks really neat. So all this is, it works up in multiples of 2, okay? So to make this blanket, I don't even know what size. I'll have to measure it and then I'll put it in the notes. But this is the perfect, I hope you can see most of it. See, it's a pretty good size for a baby. It's a good size baby blanket. I need to measure it because I have no idea how big this is. But it's all made with Red Heart Super Saver yarn. And it's, like I said, in multiples of 2. So for this blanket, I chained 88 loosely because you don't want it too tight. And then once you get to that 88th stitch, you're going to turn, you're going to chain 1, you're going to turn your work, and then you're going to do single crochet, chain 1, skip 1. Single crochet, chain 1, skip 1. All the way through, just back and forth until it gets as big as you want it. That's it. And this has been my go-to stitch for so many things. And if you want to make a really quick blanket that takes it took me, I think, 4 hours to make, because I used 3 skeins of yarn and I used a Q hook, which is, you know, a really big size hook, and I used this stitch, and I'm pretty sure it took about 4 hours. And that was a good size blanket because it was 5 feet across and 7 feet long, because the guy that I made it for is 6'5". So yeah, and it works up really well, and it's just so quick. I mean, this blanket right here, you might as well just call it like the 24-hour blanket, because I started it. She called me Thursday, and I gathered all my yarn together, or I had my kids go down to my craft room and gather all my yarn. They brought it up to me, and I wasn't happy with the first initial green. It was more hunter green, and when you look at the colors of the rainbow, the green is like almost, you know, it's like it isn't a lime green, but it's this is actually called lime light, but I just liked it better. I think this looks better than a really dark green. So these are all the colors. I really liked the way that looked. So I've tweaked it a few times, but it takes just one full day to make. And that would be with the trimming. I stopped because, you know, I've had therapy 3 days this week and everything. But when I started it the other day, I really liked the way it turned out. I still have little stragglers there, but yeah. So that's, like I said, that's a really quick stitch to make, and it works up fast. And I already got an order for another blanket. Her friend I showed her a picture of how it was coming along, and she would like for me to make her one. So as soon as I finish that, I'll be starting on another one. Now, on to finished projects. As you guys know, I still can't drive yet. I won't even go to the doctor till the 25th. So I got a ways to go, a few weeks anyway. So I've just been crocheting a lot. I've been like finishing something, and mostly hats. I love to make hats, from baby hats on up, because you can do so much with them. It's kind of the same with a blanket, but I don't get asked to do blankets that much anymore. So, well, here's that hat, just for a quick, I keep it in a little baggie for a quick, there we go. I didn't know I still had it in here. She's coming to pick this up as well. So, see, it's just, I made it small there. It's got stretched, and these are the colors that she chose. So, there's that. Just for a recap. Anyway, so I made a hat. As you guys know, my granddaughter, Jordan, loves the color pink. So I'm working on this hat, and she says, "Is that for me?" And I said, "Well, no, I'm kind of just saving it for my craft show, because I have one in October." She looked at me and she says, "That's not for me?" So yeah, sure, it can be. Absolutely. So this hat it ended up being Jordan's. And I've been trying to use up all my round balls of yarn. You know, when you're done with it, you just wrap it up, and I keep one of those plastic bags with the zipper. Those things are so awesome when you buy a toddler bed set, or a king size bed set or whatever. It's always in that really neat zip up plastic bag. So that's what I keep my balls of yarn in. And I just started making stuff with them, and she really liked this hat. And this was just leftover. I didn't have very much of it, but almost enough. The ball might be a little bit smaller, the pom-pom, than I wanted, but she likes it, and that's all that matters. So there's one hat right there. It's just, she loves it, fits her perfect. So there's that one. And if you saw my Instagram, you would have seen this post. This is what I call my close call, because I had barely enough to finish that flower. I just had 2 small balls of yarn, and I thought, I wonder if that'll make a hat. Well, it did. So there you go. And it's just, I think this is like a rose color pink, and then a light pink. But I like the way it turned out. It'd be a great little hat, made front and back post for the brim. So some little girl will like it, I think. I hope. This one is another one, toddler size. And this right here was leftover limelight yarn from a Shrek hat. And it wasn't obviously enough for an adult, so I wanted to make a smaller one. But I didn't want to make a Shrek hat. I wanted to make just some cute little hat. And the leftover was from a dress that I made. If you guys haven't checked out my Instagram account, check it out. It's Happytohook, and you'll see that there's a dress that has these colors on it, a baby dress. This is Red Heart Gumdrop, and the color is apple. And I thought it would match really well with this. And yep, you guessed it, I had enough to make a pom-pom and just one row of stitching. But it turned out cute. It's not too bad. I like it. You know, this is just leftover yarn, so that worked out good. Oh, this made its way in here. This is not something I finished this week. That's something I has already done, so I'll put that in the done pile. It snuck in there. You know how that goes. Oh, there's the other one snuck in there. My granddaughter had these the other day because she was looking for her hat, so she's a little turkey. Let's see. Oh, that's not a hat. I'm trying to think there. Oh, I haven't even weaved this one in. So the first part of this hat, the ball of yarn was from here up, of course, the variegated. Then I ran out and I was like, oh my gosh, this turned out so cute. What do I do? And I was looking around and this color, I don't even know how long I've had it, but I don't even know what color it is. It's just but as you can see, it matches really well. So again, a child size hat, but it just turned out really cute. You know, who knew you could have so much fun getting your balls of yarn and making stuff that go together. But yeah, so I thought that turned out really nicely. And let me show you real close. It looks, so that's like a light green. See, it's like, it almost looks gray, but it's not gray. And then there's the edging. So there's another one, like I said, I still have to weave it in. Because I just literally, guys, I have like this little basket. And so when I'm done, I just kind of toss it in there. And then I just weave everything in later. Because these aren't orders, it's just stuff that I'm doing. And I had this cute kind of camouflage look. I've got a brown flower. And I wanted to put that on there. My husband says, no, you hardly ever leave anything for guys or boys. So I'm going to leave it plain. I'm not going to put a flower on it. But it's browns, tans, chocolate brown, tan, light brown. That's what color this is. And this is, I think it's 61, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so this is a regular size beanie. Because my regular size beanies for an adult are usually 13 or 14 rows. I usually do 13 regular rows and then 1 or 2 rows of single stitch, and it fits perfect. When I do my slouchy beanies, I usually do anywhere from 16 to 18 rows, depending on the yarn and who I'm making it for. So, yep, I've been making lots and lots of Shrek hats. Lots and lots of Shrek hats. So I thought I'd make another one. I made his ears a little bit wider this time. I'm not sure if I like it, but there you go. And it's stretchy, so it could probably fit a young adult. Maybe a child if it just, barely went over there. Because, yeah, my grandson likes to try these on. So there's another one. These, they just whip up so quick. I love them. Absolutely love them. And it was just an idea. And I know there's lots of them out there, but I just said, okay, I can make this. We were watching Shrek Forever. I believe it's the last one. And my grandson was like, Nana, you should make a Shrek hat. And I thought, why haven't I? Why don't I make a Shrek hat? So I did. Now, I like Shrek. Shrek is cute. But I made this. I got to get a baby for this hat. I made a Gingy hat. I made it. I didn't make one usually this small. Usually I make them for child size to adult. And I thought, I would love to see a newborn in a Gingy hat. Wouldn't that just be so cute? But anyway, and you can see him go, not my gumdrop buttons. Sorry, guys, it's early, okay? It's like 3 something now. But yeah, anyway. So there's that. And, oh, and I'm sure you saw this headband, which is not a hat, by the way. It snuck in there. But I made this last week also for Jordan. I like them a little bit wider, but she likes them like this. So I made her one. Abby likes hers wider as well, so I'll be making some more like this because I like the little band. You make that separate, just put it in there, and I like the way it looks. So, and they whip up super quick. Single stitch, people, single stitch. This one, I remember the color because it was attached. I haven't weaved it in again. But this was Deborah, I think it was Deborah Norville, Light Sage. Such a pretty color. Or Fern, maybe it's Light Fern. Gosh, now I can't remember. This is a slouchy hat. This is a toddler size slouch hat, which I absolutely love. It's just, and it's super soft. And it's in this really pretty green color. It's just such a nice light green. I was going to put something on there, but I don't make a lot of just plain hats. I'm always putting something on it, a button, a bow. So I thought I'll just leave this one plain and, we'll see what happens. If it sells, it sells. If not, maybe I'll put some ear or some eyes and teeth or something to make it like a little monster hat. It's in that nice little color. My last slouchy hat is an adult size, and it was in a little bit lighter. It almost kind of looks like, nope, it's a little different. So it's almost like the striped pink, but it's still it's a little bit paler. But this is a slouch hat for sure. So I'm pretty sure it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, there's 16 rows. So this is definitely a slouch hat. And this would be considered slightly slouchy. Boy, is that a tongue twister. But yeah, so just using up my yarn, guys. Just using up my yarn. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I got 9 hats so far. I've got 2 more that I want to show you, but they're my 2 absolute favorite ones that I whipped up, and then something that's not a hat. So let me show you the thing that's not a hat. There has been the sweaters that I've been making. I've been looking to see what other variations there are out there. And another one that I will be making for a friend is a large granny square, and then you turn it into a cardigan or a cocoon sweater or wrap. They're calling it several things because it doesn't have buttons or zippers or anything. You just make a big square, fold it in half, and then if you wanted to extend it, make the sleeves longer, you just add more to the sleeves and maybe a stitch around of single crochet. So I thought, how would that look if I made one for a little kid? And this one's not, it's the granny stitch, the 3 together. But this is made with, I think it's hexagon, octagon, but I put 2 together, okay? So the each one had like 6 points to it. And then you fold it so that it's like this. But isn't that cute? And it will not have, this is just yarn. I wanted to see what it would look like if I wanted to put buttons or if I wanted to just tie ribbons. I think if I got some baby blue ribbon, that would just be good enough. Isn't that cute? So is this the part of it? Yeah. So this is, I sewed them together, these 2 pieces, and this is what you come up with, a nice little newborn cardigan. Isn't it just adorable? Oh, it's so cute. I just love it. So I will be making more of these. I need to make a pink one, maybe with some I don't know, little edgings or something on there. It's lots of stuff to work with. So anyway. Okay, so my grandson, he absolutely loves this show. My son said, Mom, I think you should do this. He always gives me suggestions. He's just like my husband. They're so great with that. And so I looked at some pictures and I came up with my own design for my grandson. So if you have any boys out there, you'll recognize this before I tell you what it is. So here it is. And the hat is made out of peaches and cream variegated cotton. It was just the color was it. So this is what I made my grandson, and it fits him perfect. He's 6, so there it is. And it's the first one you put together, you look at it and you think, why am I showing this to you guys? It needs a lot of work. But I wanted to show you. I mean, I still have to, it's not completely straightened or anything, but this is the idea that I had in my head. I wrote it down. I made it, and I'm gonna tweak it again, but this will be, and it'll just be to get this looking a little bit sharper, and I think it turned out okay. This, guys, is a Ben 10 hat. And this is the Omnitrix emblem that he wears on his wrist. And my grandson knew what it was right away. Oh my gosh. You thought it was Christmas. He was jumping up and down. It was so cute. So let me show you guys. Let me get it a little bit closer. So yeah, Ben 10 Omnitrix hat. That's what I call this one. And I will be making more of this because I've got a craft show coming up October 14th, and it'll be the first one that I've ever done before Halloween. They've almost always been in November and December. So yeah, Ben 10, woo! And this is my all-time favorite. I don't make these very often, but when I looked at all this, and the ears are different colors, but it worked. I had just enough to do a hat, the beanie part, and then just a little bit left over for the ears. So you guys tell me what you think. Ready? Ta-da! So if you look real close, maybe you can't really tell, but if you look close, his ears are just maybe a shade darker gray. But he is super cute. What is not to like about a dang sock monkey, right? I just think he's adorable. So yeah, there he is. Doo, doo, doo. Again, toddler size. I mean, I only had a few for adults, but yeah, there it is. I just thought it turned out so well. So yeah, that's it. So this is so now that it's empty, let me show you. This is the little basket that they got me to put my stuff in. So I keep that to the right side. And, you know, like, so I would finish a hat and then I would toss it in. I finished the hat and I would toss it in. So when it got full, I said, all right, here we go. Said it's time to do another podcast and let everybody know what I've been working on for the last week. So, like I said, my daughter Amanda is getting married on Friday. And it is Saturday, so we only have 6 days left. So I probably will not do another podcast until the middle of next week. But of course, I'll be working on stuff because I don't know. I think better. I'm calmer. If I have a lot of stuff going on, I just got to sit back and just kind of crochet something or time to shift. Oh, sorry, guys. Oh, my goodness. Or work on maybe one or two items. Hopefully I'll have more to show you. If not, I'll just wait a couple more days and not do anything till, maybe about a week and a half or 2 weeks. So we'll just have to see. But anyway, thanks again for everyone checking up on me to see how I was doing. Thanks to all my fellow podcasters. You guys are great. And yeah, I think that's it. And, unless I remember something and go, man, I will try my best to put all the things that I've spoken about in the show notes, with the exception of my Ben 10 hat, because that is a pattern that I'm working on. So I'm not going to list anything about that yet until it's tweaked and it's perfect the way I want it. So, and again, that stitch for the rainbow blanket, I don't know where you could find it, but I'll look and see if I have a leaflet on it, or if I could just maybe write it down as I do it in my head, because it's really easy. So I could write it down and maybe put that in the show notes as well, for anybody who might be interested in using it as a pattern. It's really great, guys. I'm telling you, you'd be really amazed how quickly a blanket will work up. So so there's that. Anyway, I think that's all I have for you guys. It's now a little after 3, so I'm going to try to go snuggle up to Jordan and see if I can't get to sleep. Who knows? I was watching Rebecca, and I had to get up and move around because my leg was getting a little stiff. And if anybody out there loves old movies, who doesn't love Rebecca with Joan Fontaine and Laurence Olivier? Oh, I love that movie. And the mean, evil Mrs. Danvers. Anyway, thanks again to the new subscribers. Keep watching. Get your friends over here. I'm thinking about having a giveaway of some kind in the next couple of months. I'd like to do it hopefully by Thanksgiving. And so I'll be working on that some more and getting back with you guys. But anyway, have a wonderful weekend. And hopefully I will see you, like I said, next week. And I will have a new son-in-law, so we'll have plenty to talk about. And I think that's it. Like I said, it's super early, but thank you guys so much for listening. And have a wonderful weekend again. I know I've already said it, but it's going to be beautiful weather here in the Midwest. So hopefully where you are, your weather is great as well. So everybody be well. And I will see you when I see you. And happy hooking. Bye.